Hi everyone, we are going to do just a guideline of how you do stage makeup. It's a bit different than normal day makeup because when you're on stage you have very bright lights that's shining on you. So to start it off, I have a very clean face. I just washed my face and I just have a headband to make sure that none of my hair comes in the place when I start with the makeup. So you can just cover your head like this to make sure all the hairs are away and clean. And then always make sure that you use a very great moisturiser. So I'm going to apply it now. There we go. So next we're going to use any good foundation. I like the fluid ones. Okay, so here comes the concealer. I'm also just using my hands. It's just easier. You can use a sponge. Make sure you cover the lips. When you apply foundation on your face, it's extremely important to make sure that you go into the headline, that it really blends into the hairline and at your ear. And then some places we always forget is underneath your chin. Make sure that it's well blended in. To make sure you have the right color for your face, you can just take a little bit of concealer and just put it on the inside of your palm and blend it in. And then you should make sure that there's no orange or no dark lines. Okay, it should blend in very well. Don't use it on top of your hand because that's a little bit darker sometimes. This is one of the lightest parts of your skin, so it will be much better. Okay. Next up, we're going to do an eye concealer. It looks like this, an undercover eye concealer. And this just helps for the eyeshadow to really stick on your eyes and not to fall everywhere. The first thing that I like to do is just to put some loose powder like this, and you just take a flat brush. If you don't have one, you can try just to use a blush brush. There we go. And so a flat brush, and just dab some of the powder, and then I put it underneath my eyes. And this just helps if there's any eyeshadow that falls off, that you don't have it underneath your eyes. Alright, so now we're going to start with the eyeshadow. So the first color that I like to use is just a neutral color. Okay, so I'm just cleaning my brush quickly, and I'm using a blend-in brush. So it's one with soft hairs on top. And then this is my color palette. I'm just quickly going to show you. So a neutral one for me would be here next to the white. I can just get it pulled. So something like this. Okay, so you won't really see a color difference at this stage. We use a color a little bit darker, so in this case I would say this brown color. Always with stage makeup, make sure you stay with neutral colors even if you have brown eyes. Okay, neutral colors. So I'm using this brown now, and then you feel where the crease of your eye is. You'll see it's there for me, and you'll put it in there. Okay, and then very importantly, you need to blend it in. So I just take my brush and my tissue or whatever you have just to take the excess eyeshadow off, and then I start to blend it. Meaning by blend it, you'll see it's now just a stripe. So you'll just take the brush and you'll go up to really get into that crease of your eye. Okay, the next thing that we're going to use is a different brush. So this is a more applying brush. You'll see it's more flat, and you get more of the eyeshadow with this brush and to do more finer lines. So with this one, you take a darker color. So I'm going to use this one that's just above the black. If you want to go for the smoky eyes, if you have a darker skin, you are welcome to use a more charcoal color. But for my light skin, I'm just going to use a more dark brown color. And then you're going to make a shape of a V. So where the eye creases, that's the one line, and here in the bottom, the second line. So one, and then you'll see there's my V shape. So it's just more or less, you want to blend it in once again, but just apply that to the corner of your eye. And then the same to the other side. I'm going to blend it in now. Right, so then You change the brushes again to your blending brush. So just see, look at the difference. So now you take the blending brush and you just blend in the dark corner that you make. This really helps to pop your eyes, to make it look much bigger, especially on stage. You always want your eyes to be equal. So if you look in the mirror or if I look at you, you want to see equal eyes. And that's why it's also important to do makeup in a natural lighting. So my window is just up here and my blinds are open so that I can see the natural lighting. Okay. So then I'm using any bling color that you have. I like to combine these two. This is a little bit of a light pink and this is a gold, especially for the Pure Hope girls. The gold or the bronze glitter looks extremely nice on their faces. So I'm first using the pink glitter and then I'm applying it just up to where the dark stops. So from here in the crease up to there. Okay, and you can really repeat this quite a few times to make sure that it's nice and bright and light. The inside of your eye is much lighter than the outside. Okay, and then once again you take the blending brush and you just blend not the inside part, just the part where the dark side and the light eyeshadow comes together. You just blend in that part. Okay, just like that. Okay, then I'm taking the gold glitter and I'm just putting it in the middle of my eye. So you'll see just there. If you look at my eye, there's my eyeball just in the center. This is the gold or the bronze glittery makeup. Okay, then the last eyeshadow part of the eyes is the white. So you take, it may sound strange, but white, and that's just for the corners of the eye, literally in here, and you can even put a little bit here, and that really helps to pop the eye as well. And then you take the blending brush again and you just blend the white a little bit. Don't let it blend in too much that you lose the white color. Just a stripe, and there we go. Okay, so for the little ones, it's fine if you stop here with their eyes, okay, but if you are a little bit older, more like a student or an adult or even high school, we're going to apply an eyeliner now. And I like to use, it's not a liquid eyeliner, it's one that looks like this. I like to really stretch out my eyelid like this because now it's nice and flat. And then I start like 3/4 of my lid and I just, with small gentle strokes, I'm applying the eyeliner. So then you just do the same with the other eye. Make sure that your fingers are clean, that there's no dark eyeshadows, because otherwise if you pull your eye, there might be some of the dark eyeshadow on it. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same with the other eye. So I'm very fortunate today that my lines are fine. If you make a mistake, don't worry too much about it. You just take an earbud and you can put it into makeup remover, but I feel that's sometimes too strong and then it takes too much of the makeup off the eyelid. So rather just lick it like this, your own, and then just correct the line. And if you see it made like a white spot, just see what color you need to fill in, take the brush, fix the color, and then you're fine, and then just reapply the eyeliner. Okay, so you can already see the difference with the eyeliner on my eye. Okay, then I like to just apply one coat of mascara for in case there's a bit of mascara that's still laying on the lashes, that it can still fall down onto the powder. It helps for the person that you're applying it to just look straight in front of her, and then to blink her eyes slowly as you take the brush. I know this can be challenging for children. Keep a tissue near you, and you can also just put the eyelash on the tissue like this just to cover it. But if you're doing it with yourself, just make sure that you really cover the whole lash, not just the tips. So from where the lash starts, and then I also like to go on the inside on top like this and just brush it like this. Okay, so I'm quickly going to apply the mascara. Then if your child has blonde hair, it helps you just color and shape her eyebrows a little bit, so you get a very nice brow. That's the word I was looking for, eyebrow brush that looks like this. Okay, and then you can use a light brown color just to shape her eyebrows. So I'm just going to use a little bit darker now just to show you. You also use small brush strokes, okay? And then the highest part of the eyelid, where the eyeball, where your eyeball is, when you go up, this should be the highest part of the brow, and then it goes down, and it needs to stop. If you draw a diagonal line here, it needs to just stop here. So small brushes so that it looks as natural as possible, and then you just go into the corner there. Okay, and I literally just applied it once, but you can really see the difference already. Okay, even like my brows, I'm tinting my brows, but if you apply makeup like the foundation, it gets into the brows. Okay, so make sure that you cover that up nicely so that you don't see foundation, but that you actually see nice full brows. All right, brows done. Okay, so while I'm with this brush, I like to just use a dark color with the same brush to apply on this lid. Once again, small strokes. Can you see the difference? This one already has a bit of dark eyeshadow, I see now. All right. Okay, now finally, just to look better, you use this brush again just to brush off all the excess eyeshadow that may fall down. Something that we tend to forget is to clean the inside of our eyes. And this is sometimes difficult with the little ones, but just take a clean eyebud again. Earbud, not eyebud, but it's an eyebud now. And just clean the inside of your eyes. Alright, then from here you can either take loose powder like this, or you can use a pressed powder like this one, just to cover the foundation, because especially if you have a bit of an oily skin, this helps to absorb all the extra oils, and foundation tends to make your face shine a lot. So make sure you use, as I said, either a loose powder or a pressed powder, and just cover all the places where the foundation is on. Then we're going to start, we're just going to highlight the cheekbones just a little bit. So I'm using a darker blush. There we go, it looks like this. It's a little bit brown. And I'm just gently pressing this brush in it, make sure it's covered nicely. And then you make your face like a fish. And you'll see the line that naturally forms here underneath the cheekbone. You're going to highlight it with this brush. Then the same here. You'll see I didn't apply it again. So just use the residue that's on the brush, a little bit here and a little bit here in the corners of your face. Okay, it shouldn't look like a stripe, so if you need to use your finger just to get the stripe away, that's good. All right. And then you take, if you have a light skin like I have, you use a more pinkish color for the blush. If you have a darker skin, you use more of a brown color. With the Pure Hope girls, you use a bronzer. That's actually very nice on their skin. Okay, so just a pinkish one, just dab it lightly. And this you put on the apple of your face, just this part, just around a circle. And then you blend it a little bit into the hairline, but not too much. It must be more, and the accent is more on the apple, this part. And then just slightly. Okay, and then I also like to use this brush on the side of your nose. Just a little bit of pink. It's not really pink, just blending everything in very nicely. Alright, there's my face. The only thing I need is lipstick. So before you apply any lip liner or any lipstick, make sure that you use a very good moisturizer. Something that's really going to last on your lips, and it's going to fill in all the little gaps. Alright, then you can use a brownish, pinkish one I like to use. It's called Chicory, but not pink and not red, something in between. Like that. And then the best lipstick that really lasts long is something that's the matte. So this is the matte. You can use any matte lipstick, once again, not too pink, not too red, and just apply it on your lips. And then just to make sure that your teeth doesn't get stained, I just take my finger like this, and you see all the residue, and then also at the sides. And then you just make sure it's evenly distributed. And there we go. There's your stage makeup face. It is a little bit darker, especially the cheeks and the eyes. But now you're ready to shine.